welcome to another Shinobi collection video, and today we are getting a brand new 90 cost in the game. Well, two brand new 90 costs. One of them is a god, and the other one's the third summit in the game. And the only summit we were missing from the legendary Sanin is Orochimaru. Orochimaru is finally here, as well as a brand new god Minato, version 6. But before we talk about them, there's a couple of units we gotta show off first. So just like what I did with Naruto, I haven't looked at what these characters do. So with that, anytime a brand new 90 cost comes out, we get a brand new legendary potential for a couple of units, and this time we're getting 3. So the first one is this Minato, version 4 Minato, who I probably won't be that good, because if you just look at the skill 1, it's not always hit. It's 1.3 million plus 3 additional, so, and then he removes normal special state, and then after that, anything else special he do? Not really. So like, if you have dupes of him, don't even bother about it. It's not that strong. So the next character is version 5 Minato. Version 5 Minato is weird because he came out this year, but he's not always hit. So that's 2 Minatos that's just not always hit. So he does 1 million damage AoE if he's in this god. Is this god flash mode or normal? This is normal flash mode, which is the god state. So if you're into this, you deal 5 additional attacks, and then you deal another 5 to none. The scaling is very low, 101,000, which means you need about 700% skill damage buff to hit damage cap with that. It's just not that good. Yeah, he's not that strong, sadly, just because he's not always hit. How many revives does he have? 2 revives. He's okay. I wouldn't even worry about him. But the main legendary potential from the batch, we're finally getting one for Sage Naruto, and I hate to say it, but it's not worth it anymore. Just because Akatsuki's dead, so you're not getting this, and Nun is kind of dead, so you're not getting that. So 99% of the time, all you're doing is removing state and sealing with 1 hit. His god state is gonna be removed because that's just how the meta is. God state hasn't mattered. Sadly, he's not that strong also. Wish this came out a couple months ago, then that would be very different, but it came out today or tomorrow. This is just bad. Just a bad timing. And with that, let's go to the new characters. Before we talk about Minato, I don't know what he does yet. Let's look at Orochimaru. The new summit Orochimaru. Let me zoom in a bit. There you go. So what does this Orochimaru do? Let's go over his abilities. So all character speed plus 150%. Cast speed plus 1. That's okay. It's not that game breaking, but it's okay. And then if there's a god or GK enemy, you have a high chance for a first strike. Increase the chance if both exist. I mean, that's first strike is never bad, so I can't say anything about that. That's very good. Withstand plus 3. 3 turns chakra cost set to 0. That's the start of battle. You inflict the curse seal state to an enemy Sasuke. That's kind of troll. But Sasuke's not in the meta right now, so that's useless. And then blue type advantage, and then damage cut plus 50% to everyone except for blue type, but it's okay. And then his S1, 3% 1 million AoE, high chance to inflict curse seal. And then, okay, you deal additional attack depending on how many people are inflicted with curse seal. Oh, you deal 2 times. Is that 2 times? No, that's not 2 times damage. So you just do 1 additional attack per enemy, so maximum 5. Curse seal is skill skill disabled, and then you're weak to everything. That's fun. And then when you remove it, you inflict it to a random ally with a chance. That state's not bad, but it's a state. States don't matter. because everyone has negative special state immunity. That just doesn't matter. You're not gonna inflict that ever. Yeah, just because Kizuna Kakashi exists. Just because Kizuna Kakashi exists, any debuffing special state or god state is automatically useless. So yeah, and then you buff your allies' attack, defense, and speed plus 200%. Does that increase counter by 2 turns? Let me double check that. That's weird. I think that's a brand new type of mechanics. Or is that? No, never mind. That's a. That is inflicting curse state level 2. I'm sorry. The first one is just curse state. Just curse seal. Curse snake. Sorry. It's early in the morning. And this one is if the enemy is inflicted or if you are. No, if you are. If your party has the curse seal level 2, stage 2. So he grants party curse seal stage 2. And then to Konoha enemies. What is this? If you have a dead enemy, you just why is that a thing? You revive, so he revives, but that's not special. Because you need this part, I believe, right? Which is you need a Konoha enemy just so you can revive an ally. I don't know why you don't want that. And then for this one is very simple. It's just speed and skill damage plus 150% and HP minus 10% per turn. And honestly, there's no point of running summits now. Legendary potential is the thing. Kizunas are really good. Plus he's a sound unit, so what are you gonna use sound units for? And with that, let's talk about the brand new Minato. Let's see what he actually do. So his leader skill is Konoha speed plus 200%, cast speed plus 2, and then 1 turn of skill immunity. I wouldn't use him as lead. I'd still use the Kid Kizuna as a lead. And then the start of battle, and when you get attacked, you grant yourself the Flying Raijin God state. That's 100% a God state, right? And then high chance for first strike and extra turn. That's not bad. So you get first strike built in, you have extra turn built in, and then you start with your state, whatever that state is. The thing is, if this state is something similar to Guy, where it can't be removed, then that's going to be very useful. And then when you get attacked, you grant instant action to yourself, and then you have a built-in speed plus 1000% and 5 revives. This skill is very good. I don't know what this state does yet, but this is pretty much what you want in the kit. This gives you everything you need. So let's look at this skill too. It's a high chance for insta-kill immunity, seal and jutsu seal immunity. So they really don't care about seal and jutsu seal. They want you to keep going. And then when you get attacked, you remove, I guess, the enemy's positive special and god state. Okay, that's different. Oh no, this is the disable effect. So when you get attacked, you remove the disable positive special and god state effect. It looks like to yourself. And high chance to ignore resistance and skip. Nice. I'm just like, are they actually using the word skip? Is that to all enemies? Yes, it is. So if you hit him, he skips the enemy. That's kind of bad. That's very bad. It's really bad. Let me go over why it's bad. Just because these guys are meta. Kid Naruto. So this this is why it's bad, right? They have a built-in 80% damage cut, and they recover HP and chakra by 30% if they have that state, which they will. And then if we keep scrolling down here, I don't know why you won't want to scroll and you have to make me scroll manually. they recover an additional 25% chakra, which means if they take a turn, they recover 55% HP. That's maximum HP. That's 100% nullifying the 80% the damage you dealt at 80% with the 80% damage cut. I was telling people before, you don't want to put skip immunity to your kid Naruto, because if he gets skipped, he's just gonna recover his HP to full. So this Minato, if he gets hit, he's gonna recover the enemy's Naruto's HP to full. That's stupid. This would normally be good, but not in this meta, with Naruto will just be literally immortal. I don't like that a lot. I don't like that. And then he has blue type advantage, damage skill plus 50% built in, and then speed plus 75% per non-yellow allies. So far it's not looking really good. Sadly, because that doesn't make any sense. His skill 1, deal 3% plus 2 million damage, and then high chance to inflict, disable positive special and god state effect, always good. Deals 10 additional attacks, so that's a lot of damage. 371,000, that's definitely high enough to hit the damage limit, I'm sorry. And then he ignores resistance and high chance to inflict the god calculation god state. God calculation. What does this do exactly? If this all he needs to do is him to remove unique state. If he removes unique state, everything will be fine. So every time they move, you just remove the enemy's debuff, negative special, and god state. So how that works is this is inflicted to the enemy, which means now you're the enemy, and they'll be removing your debuffs for free, cover 20% of your HP, and then buffs your attack. So that's interesting. And then when you use a skill, you deal 1.8 damage million to yourself. Bounce damage. It's a brand new type of damage. I don't think we've seen this damage before. I just want to make sure what's the proper way to call this. But this is very weird. Recoil damage. I guess we can call it that, right? So this is kind of garbage. Every time they move, they remove. I guess we're just talking about from the player's perspective. Every time the enemy moves, they cleanse your negative special. That's not even God state. That's not even God state, that's just negative state. So they cleanse your negative state, heals you for 20%, buff your speed. Yeah, no, this state is garbage. That's horrible. Yeah, that's very, very bad. I don't know why you ever want to use that state. This doesn't make any sense. Oh my Minato, what have we done? Every time, this is I believe the second or third character in the game that's just always horrible. The first is Sasuke, then you can argue is Guy and Minato. You buff allies attack and speed plus 200%. Like, I don't care about this Minato already. You grant the lightning guidance all to party. You remove negative special and god state. And then you grant cooperation state to yourself and flying Raijin state. It's literally flying Raijin is all that matters. So lightning guidance is you're immune to AoE. Why do I care about that? It's garbage. And then okay, every time you take an action, you give an instant action to Naruto. Okay, that's not gonna trigger. And then flying Raijin state. This is what the most important thing is. Okay, so it's a counter. Some type of counter. So when the enemy or allies take a turn, high chance to increase. Is this counter? Oh, that's cut in. I'm sorry, because that's... So anytime an ally acts, he can cut in. When you use a skill attack, you deal 10 additional attacks. You buff your speed. Your cast speed's always flash. And then you nullify enemy formation. But that's a god state. Like, this would be really good, but if it's not a god state. It's a god state. Doesn't make... I don't get it. I don't get it. Am I supposed to be excited for nullify enemy formation when we already have that in Kizuna Naruto? This is just bad. It's not even permanent, so you can remove this at will. This Minato's horrible. Minato's garbage. All he does is 10 additional attacks, but like, does that fit in? Well, 20. Like, sure, you'll do damage, but like, that's a god state. No one cares about a god state because of this unit. Just because this unit exists, and then literally every meta character is disabling god state. They didn't give it the can't be removed like guy. If they gave him that, then that'll be worth it, but it's just not. Like, sure, when you get attacked, you remove it, and then you'll guarantee put it on. But like, that's not stopping Kizuna Obito. Kizuna Obito is a unique state. And you get it for free. It's a unique state that disables positive special and god state. I just don't get it. This Minato's garbage. This is a waste of time. I feel so bad for Minato fans. This is such a waste of time. What's even his potential? Oh, let's look at his gears. I haven't looked at his gears yet. Skill damage plus 150%, cast speed plus 2. When you get attacked, you inflict cast speed minus 2 to all enemies, whatever. HP attack defense speed plus 150%. When you withstand, your party gets instant action. Naruto already does that, built in. Chakra cost minus 50%. The normal stuff. Just skip, cancel, speed, chakra cost. Illusion, speed, HP, and then your type advantage. I don't like this Minato at all. This Minato is hot garbage. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 special or god state. 2 god state. This one removes negative special state. Who the hell needs that? You deal bounce damage, but like, everyone's immune to negative god state already. Protection's worthless. Immune to AoE, like hello. Type advantage is a thing. It doesn't matter. You grant instant action to Naruto. Naruto doesn't need it. And then Flying Raijin. This might be useful. He might do a lot of damage, but like, when do you keep this state? I don't see you ever keeping this state. This is like 100% useless. Especially this part, since you already have this from Kizuna Naruto. If you don't have Kizuna Naruto and you have this, sure, that'll be nice. But like, why are you summoning for him? Summon for Kizuna Naruto. Like, it's simple as that. Don't summon for Minato. Summon for his son. Oh, that's just awful. I'll see you on the next video. This has been very bad. This might be the second biggest disappointment this year, behind Nagato and Pain. This is just bad. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.